Hello, my name is Mackenzie Golich, and today I'm going to be sharing about my family's annual summer trip and the culture that we learn about while we're there. For the past 5 years, my family has traveled to Heidelberg, Alaska. This is a small Inuit village located in the Prince of Wales Island. The Prince of Wales Island is one of numerous found in the southeastern tip of Alaska. Some 3,000 miles away from home in Fayetteville, Arkansas, this town is ultimately an isolated, remote place from the world. Each July, we make our voyage there. It typically takes 3 plane rides, 2 ferries, and a 3.5-hour car ride to arrive. Upon arrival, though, we are truly welcomed with warm hugs and just seeing familiar faces. These faces didn't begin as familiar. I remember my first year just showing up and it was just tons of strangers. However, over the years, they truly have become friendships, relationships, and just ultimately family. These people have truly made an impact on my life and my family's and just my peers that have gone on this trip with us. I think some of the biggest reasons they truly have made an impact on me is the fact that roughly 100 years ago, a group came and tried to take away what they treasured their most, which is their culture. This culture is a very rich, deep, beloved storyline. It's art, it's recipes, it's carvings, and it's a language. This event that happened so long ago has created this town to be bitter towards outsiders, and I think that is our primary reason as to why we go. As soon as I get home from this trip, I'm often bombarded with, what did you guys do there? Did you guys make a building? Did you guys do an educational lesson? Did you guys do some type of medical treatment or kind of hold some sort of group for that? And I quickly respond with no, but it does set me back on how do I explain what we truly do there. And after really reflecting on that, I would say simply that our focus there is just to listen. We listen to these stories, we learn about this culture, and we just love on the kids. In Heidelberg, drugs, alcohol, and very young pregnancies are very common. I think that they are just spiraling around worldly temptations. However, this culture is what truly holds them together. The older generation is very invested in carrying on this culture, and so each year they host a culture camp. My family and the group that we go with each year try to plan our trip around this culture camp so that we too can learn about their culture. Some of the biggest things that I have learned about their culture is their carvings. So these are in the form of totem poles and often canoes. These are taken from large cedar posts that are harvested right outside of their backyards. On these totem poles and on these canoes, even in the art, are often you see animals. These animals can go from killer whales to ravens to beavers to hummingbirds. Each of these have a cultural significance to these people. They're even tied to each family. So each family has the familial clan, and that's represented by one of these animals. And it truly is who they find their identity in. It's what they find their identity in. It's passed on through the mother's side, and each person carries this emblem of this animal on all of their personal cloaks, their drums, their paddles, their canoes, anything like that. This symbol is what represents who they are. I think it's really interesting to learn about that, considering it's so different from our culture. Over the years, I truly have learned the significance of learning about other cultures and not just being so focused on my own. The culture of Fayetteville, Arkansas is so vastly different from Heidelberg, Alaska, and I truly think that it's something that each person should experience. Thank you.